So you note this difference. So if you are so if the person is singular and you want to address them as formally, then you write z instead of do, which is for informal, and you write it as capital S. So Z with a capital S will become formal addressing for a single person. If you are addressing it as third person, he means he, she, and it. Note that she is also written as Z, but with a small s. Uh, and Similarly, if you are addressing Z, then you write en to the you add en to the stem. So wonen, won becomes wonen. If we were to write it in informally, then we will write wonst. And if we were to write it in ish, then it becomes wone. If we were to say he, she, or it, or er, z, and s, it becomes won't. In this, we will add t. In via, um, via means we. We will write add en, so which is horen. Ear means you. It is all plural and informal. So if you are uh, addressing to a group, then you can write just have to add this t. Hort means you listen, hear. Okay. Then this is z with a capital S, so it means you in plural and formally you are and plural. uh, we will write add en, so horen. And then we will write capital small s, z, and they. And we will write en to the we will add en to the stem, so horen. This is quite confusing at first. I got then what I know got to know is that uh, these all helps in making the correct sentence. But when you are reading the Deutsch language in the beginning, and I read it, I have to look at the context of the sentence to get to know which type of which Z it is. So whether they are talking about they, Z, and Z, because there are quite a few of Z's. There are so you SIE is you for formal. Z is third person. She is also written as Z, which is similar to Z as they, plural. So this is the thing. A verb with its ending is called a finite verb, as opposed to infinitive, which does not have a meaningful ending. So these do not have a meaningful ending. So common, wonen, horen. There are just dictionary words. That's what I got to know. Then these are some examples. So das Beispiel means example. So ish. So if ich wohne in Frankfurt means I live in Frankfurt. So you change this ish becomes e. Ich spiele Gitarre. I play the guitar. Du slash z in you, which is singular. So woher comes du means where do you come from informally, and wo wants to means where do you the who wants do means where do you live, where do you live. Wants is live, so where do you live is informal. Similarly, if you were to say it is in formal sentence, woher common z means same as woher comes do, but we are addressing it as z. Where do you come from? Same as where do you come from, but with a formal way of writing it and saying it. Wo wohnen z means where do you live. Uh, so wo wohnen sie is formally addressing it Like in Hindi, we say tum. If you are not, we were to addressing it informally, tum. And if you were to address them as formally, then we will say aap. So it is like that. Then there is er spielt tennis, means he plays tennis. So er spielt. So whenever we are talking about third person, he, she, and it, we add t to it. So er spielt tennis. Woher kommt sie? Es schneit, means it is snowing. So it. So we add t to it. Then we have wir. We. We will add en. So wir wohnen in Köln. So we live in Cologne. Cologne. Wir lernen Deutsch. We learn German. Ihr, sie, you, plural. So wo wohnt ihr? Where do you live? Was macht ihr hier? What are you doing here? Same as wo wohnen Sie? Um, so so wo wohnen Sie is where do you live in plural. So if it is Sie, then we add en. Was machen Sie here? What are you doing here? So en. So if was macht ihr here and was machen Sie here? Then we have Sie or they. Und woher kommen sie? And where do they come from? See, z with the small s, and this is similar to the z in here. So woher comes z, the small s, wo, and if it's second person singular, then it is capital S. So Jutta und Bernd, was machen sie? Jutta and Bernd, what are they doing? So machen is doing. Uh, so one present tense in German. In German, there is only one present tense which corresponds both to the simple and to the continuous present in English. So er trinkt beer means can be it can be he drinks beer or he is drinking beer. So you have you so this drinks and drinking I think will be uh, can be distinguished if we know more about the contextual scene in which these sentences are being placed. Then similarly is sie spielt Fußball. So she plays football, and it can also mean she is playing football. So if we came across this line alone, then we can't we have a trouble time distinguish between whether she plays football or she is playing football. So we know we also need a little more context regarding the German language sentences. Uh, then we have verb variation.